And so we've got our next target. And let's get to getting. Like I was explaining earlier, there is supposed to be one of those little lizard shits around here, but again, I have never been able to track it down and find it. Like, I don't even ever hear it moving around. But the map clearly shows that it does exist. When I get the item, I'll show you. And for the viewers watching at home, we're going back across the bridge. Let's get to getting. Now, out of all the Colossus, honestly speaking, the one that we're going up against now, this one that we're currently on, the third, is actually kind of my favorite. You'll see why when we get to it. But I really like the thought that was put into it, is all I will say about it at the moment. Quick note while we're riding through. Where we defeat the Colossus, it will then become a mound of dirt that if we go up to it, actually, yeah, let's turn around and just go on and show it while I'm passing through the area. Come on, aggro. Since I'm not going to really have too many good opportunities to show it, to show this sort of thing, because I'm not going to do it on screen, because there's really no point in doing it on screen. Aside from getting the singular achievement for it, because there is an achievement in the HD collection to do this, where if we return to one of the battle sites, specifically to where the fallen Colossi body is, and we clamber all the way to the top of the buddy, then press R2, we will pray at it, which allows us to enter reminiscence mode, which essentially allows us to refight the boss under the same conditions that we had the first time around. I'm not going to do it on screen because there's no point in doing it on screen outside of just getting the achievement, or in a singular case with the first one, as y'all will see here in a little while, getting a gold coin. Well, not a little while, in a long while, to be honest. It's going to be a bit, the gold coins are the last parts of this entire playthrough. So it's going to be a bit before y'all see what I'm specifically talking about. Alright, for now though, we've got more Colossus to defeat. Now, for the most part, as you're riding along, I generally advise just tapping the triangle button a couple times and then just holding it, as that'll make aggro maintain his speed. And for the most part, you really don't need to take control of aggro. You know, use the left joypad to move him around, other than just minor adjustments to get him going in the direction you want him to go. As for the most part, aggro actually does a really good job at auto-pathing. See, I'm not touching the joypad right now. Left hand is completely off, and aggro is automatically turning himself to efficiently go through this without bumping into a wall. As we roll up to our third Colossi location. And this is what I was talking about, where I'm not going to really go out of my way to hit up a shrine and a tree every episode, because between the castle that we spawn at and here, there are unless I go up and around the right here, up and around to come in the back way, there are no trees or shrines between us and our first and our third target. So our Colossi next is up there. Hi, aggro. Thank you for getting us here, buddy. Now, it is worth noting, if you want to get all of the gold coins on your first playthrough, it is next to impossible. You need to do it on at least your second playthrough of the game. As in order to be able to get a good chunk of the gold coins, you need to have a specific item that you can only obtain through the time trial difficulties. Or through the time trial modes. One moment, y'all. Alright, sorry about that. Had to take that phone call. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I remember. Yeah, a lot of the gold coins are... for example, one of the gold coins is on one of those things, which is completely unreachable from below. You have to drop down from above, and in order to survive that fall, because fall damage does exist in this game, you have to have a specific item that lets you be able to do that. And so we come up to our third Colossus, and yeah, as I was talking about a little bit ago before I went on that tangent, this particular one, honestly, is kind of my favorite out of all the Colossus. One, he's heckin' adorable. Ducky. Love this guy. And two, I love that they made it so you can attempt to fight this guy your way. And what I mean by that is there are there are a couple ways that you can choose to fight this. There's this metal gong in the middle, which I will utilize in the second playthrough, because there is an achievement for beating this guy without using the metal gong in the middle. It's a little tricky, but if you can pull it off. So run all the way up, grab onto his fur, just that way you don't get flung off initially. Then run a little ways down his thing. He's going to dip his arm and jump right when he's about to dip his arm. You can just jump straight up instead of having to have them hit the gong, which breaks the brace that's preventing you from climbing up. I love that even in the first, in the original, that you could do this. You know, actually let you take this guy on how you see fit instead of how the quote-unquote game devs demand you do it. They give you the freedom to just tackle this how you want. That is good game design. I will always praise game devs that give you means of handling bosses, handling enemies how you want. Alright, I'm gonna need to drop off to the to his nape here in just a second. Ooh, there we go. Alright. Yes, I know. So, this is what I was talking about, where we're going to get well acquainted with Dorman and his bullshit. Because, technically speaking, this is breaking the brace on his arm is how the game devs want you to deal with this guy. Which, you know, is to take him to the, or just a little ways off of the center platform. And have him smack his sword down on top of it to break the thing. Come on. Oh, made it. Alright, so Chicken Butt here has 2 spots also. One on his head, one on his stomach. And yeah, because I'm not doing what the game devs technically intend you to do, Dorman, until the boss fight ends, which is why I'm doing this for the hard difficulty playthrough, will just endlessly bug us about breaking breaking his brace. But there we go. Chicken Butt is defeated. Can I get off the edge? Ah, damn. Love that guy. So, just a fantastic one.